Hello everyone, I am Monica Bhunjana and I hope all of you are doing fine. Let's start with our topic and that is pair of linear equations in two variables. You have already done linear equations in two variables in class 9 also. So we extend our discussion to pair of linear equations in two variables, means where two linear equations are given to us and our aim is to find out the solution of these linear equations. So now we will start with what you mean by pair of linear equations in two variables. When you deal with a pair of linear equations means we want those two equations having the same variables. It can be any two variables, but the variables should be same in both the equations we are dealing with. Students, I think you remember in class 9 when we had done linear equations in two variables, we have done that there can be infinite values of the variables which will satisfy the equations. But now here when we talk about the solution, it means we want those values of x and y which will satisfy both the equations simultaneously. Means we know that equation 1 will have infinite solutions. Equation 2 also have infinite solution, but we will say the solution that is common to both these equations means the value of the variable that will satisfy both the equations, that will be called solution of the pair of linear equations. Our aim is to find out the solutions of these equations. So now which are the methods we are dealing with? So there are two types of methods to find out the solution. One is graphical method and the other one is algebraic method. We are going to discuss graphical method today. So we are going to start with exercise 3.2 where we have to find out the solution of the equations by graphical method. I am going to start question number 1, exercise 3.2, question 1, part 1. It says 10 students of class 10 took part in a quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, find the number of boys and the girls who took part in quiz. So here what I have done, we have to assume that how many are the number of girls and how many are the number of boys. So I have taken, let the number of girls be x and the number of boys be y. So because it's given there are 10 students in the class, so first equation will be x plus y is equal to 10. Right, and we know that when we solve the linear equations in two variables, what we do, we put one variable on one side and find out the value of the other variable. So here what I have done, I have kept y on one side and taken x on this side, so it is y is equal to 10 minus x. What I'll do, I'll put the values of x and find out the values of y. So if I'll put x is equal to 4, then y will be, it will be 6. So you can check it here, the point is 4 and 6. When we'll put x is 2, it is 8. So when I will take this point here, this x is 2 and y is 8. When I'll take 7, then it will be 3. So the next is 7 and 3. Because these are the number of girls and boys, x and y, so don't take the values as the negative one, because the numbers of boys and girls, that can't be negative. Now we get what type of line I will get, so I will check it here, I will get this type of line. Now we come to the question again. It says that number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, so I can take the difference. Here I have taken x is the number of girls, so x minus y is equal to 4. Again I have taken y on this side and it is 4 will come on this side, y is equal to x minus 4. I'll put the values of x and get the values of y here. If I'll put x is 6, y will be 2. So I have marked the point here, 6 and 2. Then I have taken 8. Then here I will get 8 and 4. Next is 7. So it will be 7 and 3. The point is same because that we got in the equation earlier also, 7 and 3. So now we will see what type of line we are getting here. When I'll check this, I will see that the line is this one. Now we got two lines because there were two equations given. So now how to find out the solution? As I mentioned earlier also, when we talk about the solution, it means those values of the variables which will satisfy both the equations simultaneously. So here if I see which is the point that is lying on both the lines. So this point is lying on both the lines. So what is that point? That point is 7 and 3. So it means what is the solution? Solution is 7 and 3. It means that when x is 7 and the value of y is 3, if we put these values for the variables, both these equations will be satisfied. So we will say that this is the solution of the equations. But listen, the question was not to find out the values of x and y. Question was to find out the values of boys and girls. So here we have taken x as the number of girls. So it means number of girls were 7 and number of boys were, that was y, and it will be 3. And in graph we will mention these x's also. This is the positive x-axis, this will be the negative x-axis, here it will be positive y-axis, and here it is negative y-axis. We will mark all these points also. So this point is 6, 2, this is 7 and 3, here it is 8 and 4, then it is 4 and 6, and this is 2 and 8. We will write down the equation also, which line is representing which equation, which equation is representing which line. So I will write that also. This line was x plus y is equal to 10, and this was x minus y is equal to 4. And we can write here scale also. Scale will be as you are doing it in your graph. So your graph will be, it is if you are taking this as 1 centimeter, so according to this 1 centimeter is equal to 2 units. So students, please remember, you have to mention all these things in the graph. After mentioning all these things, please write down the final answer also. Like here we are getting solution is this point, that is 7 and 3. Number of girls will be 7 and number of boys will be 3. So now we are coming. Now we are going to start with question number 2, where it is given that on comparing the ratios a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2, find out whether the lines representing the following pair of linear equations intersect at a point, are parallel or coincident. See, when you lines in one graph, the possibilities are either these will intersect, or these will be parallel, or these two will overlap. So we have to find out the conditions when these two will be intersecting, when these two will be overlapping or coincident, and when these two will be parallel to each other, right? So here what we will do, we know that the standard form of the linear equation is this one: a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. And the given equations are 5x minus 4y plus 8 is equal to 0, 7x plus 6y minus 9 is equal to 0. So now here what we will do, we will write down all the values of a1, a2, b1, b2, c1 and c2. And on the basis of that, we will find out what type of lines we will get in the graph. Here you don't need to draw the graph, you just have to compare the ratios and find out what type of lines will exist in the graph. But I will show you that why we are saying so. So I have written a1 is 5, b1 is minus 4 and c1 is 8. And when you will compare this second equation, a2 is 7, b2 is 6 and c2 is minus 9. So what I am getting here we are getting that a1 by a2. What is a1 by a2? a1 by a2 is 5 by 7. That is not equal to b1 by b2. What is b1 by b2? That is minus 4 by 6. So when these ratios are not equal, then what type of lines you will get? You will always get the lines are intersecting. So when the lines are intersecting, what type of solution we will get? Intersecting means these will intersect at one point. So solution will be unique solution. Unique solution. And when you say that solution is there, we say that the system of the equation is consistent. So now we had done 3 new terms. One thing, if the lines are intersecting, you will say that we have a unique solution. If we have a solution, you will say that these system have this system of equation is consistent. Clear? So now I will see why I am saying so, that these will have unique solution. We will check that what type of lines we are getting here. So if you will check the lines, if I'll show you that the first line is this one and the second is this one. In this we are getting the lines are intersecting. So when the lines are intersecting, it means intersecting doesn't mean that it will intersect at more than one point. It will always intersect at one point only. So where the point it is intersecting, that will be the solution, and the solution is unique because it is intersecting at one point. And the third thing is, when you are getting any solution, you will say that system of equation is consistent. Now we have taken this result on the basis of the ratio A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. Now the question is, if suppose these are equal, that also we will check here. If these are equal, so now here A1 by A2, what is A1 by A2? 5 by 7. We put the same value to B1 by B2 also. So when I will check to B1 by B2, so B1 is, if I put this value 5 here, this is 5, and B2 also I will put what? 7. A1 upon A2 is 5 by 7 and B1 by B2 is also 5 by 7. Now C1 by C2 is not equal. Means which ratios are equal? We have A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2, but C1 upon C2 is not equal. In that case here you will get the lines are parallel. Now if the lines are parallel, it means there is no point that will satisfy both the equations. So what will you say? You will say that parallel lines, no solution. And I have told you, if there is solution, you will say the system is consistent, but here there is no solution, you will say that system is not consistent. Clear? And third is, if C1 upon C2 will also become equal, so what I will take? I will take C1 also 5. So I have put the value C1 also 5 and this is 7. Now you get only one. It means all the line. So coincident line, what you mean by coincident line means each and every point of these lines will satisfy both the equations. So how many points can you get? I can get infinitely many points. So it means I have infinitely many solutions, coincident lines, and what type of equation? Because we are getting the solution, so this is consistent. Right? I am repeating this, that if A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, lines will be intersecting. If A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but the third ratio is not equal, lines will be parallel. And if A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2, in that case you will get that the lines are coincident. We are going to do one more question of the same exercise, question 2, part 2, where the given equations are 9x plus 3y plus 12 is equal to 0, 18x plus 6y plus 24 is equal to 0. So again here I have compared here the values of A1, A2, B1, B2, C1 and C2. So here I have A1 is 9, B1 is 3 and C1 is 12. A2 is 18, B2 is 6 and C2 is 24. We will find out the ratio A1 by A2. So you can check it here, 9 by 18, 1 by 2, B1 by B2, 3 by 6, 1 by 2, C1 by C2, 12 by 24, 1 by 2. So all these three ratios are equal. So we have discussed earlier, if all the ratios are equal, what type of line? We will get both the lines are coincident. If the lines are coincident, what type of solution? Infinite solution. And system will be consistent. Now we will see whether whatever we have done is that right or no. We can cross check this, and when you will check this thing, you will see, look here, if I will draw this one line and this is the second line, means both the lines are overlapping. So you can say that this system is consistent, having infinite solutions, and the lines will be coincident. So please remember these three conditions, means you have to compare the ratios, and on the basis of that comparing you can say whether the system of equation is consistent or no, and what type of graph you are going to get in that one. I hope you understand the topic. Thank you.